This video introduces you to the Conscious Business Institute methodology. You can use this approach to expand your personal life, your career, and your organization. Over a decade ago, we asked ourselves the question, what distinguishes a truly inspiring organization, a conscious business, from a traditional one? What are the elements that are necessary to turn an organization from ordinary to extraordinary? We discovered and later validated with hundreds of organizations and leaders is that truly inspiring organizations fulfill 4 quadrants that are shown in this diagram, while ordinary companies do not. Let me explain these quadrants so you can see for yourself whether this rings true. As you follow along, I want you to imagine this playing out in your own workplace. When the top left quadrant, the individual, is fulfilled in an organization, you can show up being yourself. If fulfilled, you can be authentic. You don't need to put up any masks in the workplace, and you're aware of your unique talents and your purpose. And you're able to express these in your work. This is the quadrant of individual growth, of self-leadership. When this quadrant is fulfilled in a company, it satisfies the need for self-expression, a deep human need that we all share. Now to the top right, team leadership. As we are able to express ourselves, what if we can then come together in teams that truly collaborate, not just work with each other, but where we can have genuine, meaningful relationships with the people we work with? This quadrant fulfills our human need for connection. Again, a deep need we all share. The bottom left quadrant is about organizational leadership, about building a purpose culture. We all want to make an impact in the world. Imagine your company fulfills this quadrant and allows each employee to be part of something bigger. This quadrant fulfills our human need for contribution. And on the bottom right, the business quadrant. This one ensures that we make money, that we are sustained financially and are able to grow. This quadrant fulfills our human need for safety and for growth. Now take a moment and ask yourself, if you worked in an organization where all of these 4 quadrants were fulfilled, if you could fully express yourself, if you could build deep connections with others, if you could make a difference, and if you were financially secured, would there be any reason you would want to leave that organization? In more than 10 years, we've asked countless professionals and all agree this is a place they'd love to work. Why? Because business is not about business. It's about fulfilling our deeper human needs. Why do most company cultures break down? They break down because most organizations focus on the bottom right quadrant. Fact is, in most companies, it's all about making money and securing margins. Wouldn't you agree? Of course, many try to fulfill the other quadrants. They develop their leaders, conduct team workshops, create a mission statement, but when push comes to shove, when they lose a client deal, when the board demands a cut cost, or when investors want to see revenues, most companies and most leaders fall right back to the lower right quadrant, and business becomes all about securing profits and margins. This is the reason why cultures break. This is the reason why we lose trust in leaders, why people disengage, why so many companies never truly thrive. Why? Because when profit and margins becomes the measuring stick, all the other quadrants become a lip service. If you know that your company's leaders ultimately fall back to the lower right quadrant, do you trust them? You know that at the end of the day, they'll focus on performance and not about you and your well-being. Consequently, you have to keep your own well-being in mind and not that of the company. This way, business is about survival and thriving becomes impossible. This is a model that can hold true in all areas of life, for yourself, in organizations, educational systems, and even our governments. How can we get there? We designed the Conscious Business Institute program so that as people or entire companies go through them, they systematically expand in all 4 quadrants. We created one module to expand each of the 4 quadrants, measurably. In addition, we created a 5th module, which addresses the circle in the diagram, conscious leadership. The leadership paradigm which is necessary to bring the circle with the 4 quadrants to life and to keep it fulfilled even in critical situations. Ask yourself, if you had a system that measured exactly where you your leadership or your entire company stands in these 5 modules in real time. If you had a program that could get you from where you are to where you want to go into each of these areas, and if you could use what works and expand it to all people across an organization, what would be possible? How could your life, your leadership, your company look like? This is the CBI Culture and Leadership System, a complete system that takes you from where you are to where you want to go. Measurable, scalable, and academically validated. I want to thank you for your interest in making a positive dent in the world. We'd love to hear from you how we can help you, your team, or your organization expand to new areas of possibility.